Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about 90 Day. It's not 90 Day. It is 90 Day, but Happily Ever After, part of the 90 Day franchise. Season 8, episode 4, The Boy Who Cried Divorce. Now, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Everyone on the live and on the replay, please don't forget to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. Also, leave me your comments if you are on the replay so I know what you thought about any particular couple that you might or may not be vibing with. And if you're here on the live, let me know. Join the comments. Come on the panel if you want to give your comments, your thoughts, your critiques, or whatever about the couple that's on this season of Happily Ever After. Now, also on this season, again, it was promised or shown in the trailers that two couples were supposed to be on here that we have not seen yet. And we're going to see one next week. That will be Patrick and Thais, his brother John. And then in the trailers, it was, Loren and Alex from 90 Day franchise, like season 2 or something. They're on Pillow Talk. They have their own IG account, so I don't know what they're really on here for, but they were in the trailer. Haven't seen them since the trailer first dropped for the Happily Ever After season 8. And then also Michael and Angela, haven't seen them either since the trailer dropped. But again, there are a lot of things that happened behind the scenes before the season dropped. So maybe Michael and Angela maybe they were cut out. I don't know, because it was a lot of things were involved with them. And to be honest, I personally am not missing anything when it comes to Angela Michael. I don't even know why the producers or whoever powers that be even put it in contract to even have them part of the show, because they are not even interesting. It's so far out there with the DV situations and everything else that come about that, I think that really brings the season or the show down in general, but that's just me. All right. So we have Tamika. Hey, girl. Hey. Yes, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And Miss Sharon, hello there. Hello. And Miss Cynthia. Yes. Hello there. You forgot about Loren and Alexi? Yeah. I follow them on IG, but they have 3 kids now. The oldest one is about to be 4, I think 4 or 5, 2 boys and a girl. And, they're living life. I think the only difference is Alexi is originally from Israel. So maybe they're considering moving back or having dual citizenship or something for that. I don't know. So I don't know. Again, the drama to me isn't there, just like Kenny and Armando drama wasn't there. Maybe it's just like an update on their lives so far. And also too, before we begin, did anyone catch the eclipse? Was the eclipse going through your area yesterday out west? We had, they say it was 35%. I guess they showed it on the news. It just barely, I know it passed by whether you were in the line or not, but we didn't get anything really noticeable. I don't even think the sky went dim at all. So if you saw it, that's cool for you. So I did see everything on the news yesterday. Sharon, you said Angela and Michael are no for me. Okay, no, I would rather watch, and y'all know this is a stretch for me, Gino and Jasmine on every season going forward than Angela and Michael. Hands down. That's just me. Okay. Tamika, you say 99%. Oh, awesome. Good for you. And Sharon, you got it too. That's right. Ohio. Yeah. We saw it on the news, but the news and being there personally to see it is 2 different things. Would you say it got dusk dark, not dark? Oh, okay. All right. Well, hopefully everyone got a chance to catch up on this episode. If you watched it the day it came out or Monday for streaming, then we're going to get started. I'm already going to drop the link so we can get into the details. And as usual, I like to say for me, I'm going to start with the people who are of 1, least interest, and 2, who didn't have as much TV time than the other couples. So with that being said, on Sunday's episode, Monday streaming, it was Nicole and Mahmoud, Jasmine and Gino, Ed and Liz, Ashley and Manuel, Sophie and Rob, and Emily and Kobe. I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to save Emily and Kobe for last because to me, they're the most interesting right now on the show. They're going to anchor the show always unless someone else comes with different type of drama. So you ready backstage? I'm ready to pop you up. All right, here we go. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good today. I'm good. I'm happy you got to see the eclipse.
Yes. My job, they gave us all glasses. So we were, if the execs was outside, I was outside because y'all ain't working either. So
Exactly.
the whole building was out. Yeah, the whole building, like everybody was outside watching it. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Like yeah. I watched, it was all on CNN and our local news, watching everybody else get their clips. So anyways.
Yeah. It's definitely something to see. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's get started. So we're actually going to pick up back with Nicole and Mahmoud because that's how we left it from last week. So last week, Nicole was upset because Mahmoud, while they're walking in Santa Monica Pier on the beach, she claims he stopped to stare at a lady in purple wearing a full hijab. She got upset because she's like, oh, so you going to stop and stare? You must want you a true, in her words, Muslim wife. So, you might as well go ahead and get your bags packed and I can send you back because what are you doing looking at this? And I know we all discussed it last week, but it's like, he just got to America. This is his first wake up in America. He's out on the town. And he's probably looking around like, I didn't realize there were different cultures, because he's only been to Egypt, everywhere. So he was probably amazed by that. So, we did learn later on that he was. So Mahmoud, like he does normally, and I don't blame him, walked away from Nicole because he can't take her attitude, nothing. To be honest, I don't think he wants to be here meaning in America. Oh, anyway, right? So when he's walking away, she's talking to a producer saying, I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Like, what happened? I'm like, girl, can you gaslight him anymore? What you mean what happened? You got in his ear, right? And so then she calls him. I'm surprised he answered. Right away, anyways, or so it seems. And she's like, why'd you leave? He was like, no, I just left. I left. She's like, you took a lift? How do you not take a lift? I'm like, come on, Nicole, come on. So anyway, she talked Mahmoud into meeting back up with her so they can ride home together since he didn't know where he was. And you know what? I knew he would come back because, again, where's he going to go, right? So he's dependent on Nicole. But, I mean, just the drama that she brings. He can't – I mean, if he had spoke to her in, his language and she would have responded, assuming the lady knew the language, right? She would have fainted. What you think?
Yes, Nicole is doing the most and not in a good way.
Heavy Bear, hello.
She is – it's like, why are you – he didn't even stop. Because I looked at him like, did he stop? Well, he just stared. But like you said, he's probably didn't think he was going to see somebody that looked like the woman he saw.
Yeah.
And he don't want to be there. He didn't want to be there. As soon as he stepped off that plane, he was like, you know what? Why am I here?
Exactly.
So yeah.
Heavy Bear says she's either a nutcase or going through menopause. Have y'all noticed that these couples have been holding their ages or their set ages for a while? I'm like, did nobody age over the years or two? We haven't seen you. And then, they take this years or two in advance. I'm like, she's not 40 no more. You know what I'm saying?
No, she's not.
40, then Jasmine is 45. That's all I got to say.
Nicole pushing at least 43, 44. And that's on the good side.
Right. Sharon says they aren't just compatible to me. She's an ice queen. They can go. He's young and immature. I mean, he's younger by a couple years, but I don't think he's, in my opinion, Sharon, I don't think he's necessarily immature. I just think he wants her to be, as she knows deep down, a traditional Muslim woman that wears traditional outfits, praying, eating, submitting. That's what I think it is. So I don't think he's immature. He just don't like her mouth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think. So that's just me. All right. Well, anyway. Later in the episode, my window's open. Sorry, y'all can hear the motorcycle. After they got together, she got in the car and he's like, you know what? Nicole halfway apologized. But Mahmoud was saying, you know, I've only been here 24 hours. Like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, that's true. And she kind of thought about it, but I don't think Nicole really cares about what he thinks. I think she only is caring about her agenda. Like, I'm American. I can do what I want. I have freedoms, this and that kind of thing to me. Right.
Yep.
So later in the episode, when we see them again, and I know Nicole is right. She's into fashion. She looks like she makes her own fashion, but why does everything look like it's inside out on Nicole? Do y'all notice that? Like, things are, I understand she probably makes a lot of her stuff too, but I'm like it's not connecting. Things look like the inside out, they backwards, all kind of stuff going on. Well, apparently Nicole said that she wanted Mahmoud to meet her friends, you know, since he's here, to see, you know, him in person. And Mahmoud is upset, and she once again doesn't know why he's upset, but then again she does. She said because he doesn't like the outfit she had on. She said that her outfit, her dress, was open too much in the back. I'm like, open, girl, it's not even sewn all the way. Where's the zipper? Where's the buttons? I'm like, I mean, I understand Mahmoud. He doesn't want her to wear certain things like, you know, short sleeves and, you know, different things like that. But I mean, that dress wasn't even finished. What do you think of that?
It was not finished. Only thing she had to do was put on a cami, and he probably would have been okay with it. It's like she is causing issues. And, you know, I know that she's like, oh, I'm in America, I can do what I want, you know, which you can. But listen, you married an Egyptian man. So you're going to have to conform to some of his stuff because that's what he wants.
Right.
And you're causing conflict for nothing.
Right. I'm like, you know, like you said, a cami, even a sweater, something to go over. Because, I mean, even if he had a problem with it, her back being out, I'm like I said, like, you missed a few stitches back there. Like, what's happening?
Just a couple. You ran out of thread.
Something was going on. Cynthia says they're like oil and water. There's no way this couple will survive. No, but she, like I said, she's trying to push her agenda. You know, I'm free. I can do what I want. I'm America. That's true. And I agree. Right. But he does need time to adjust if he's going to adjust. And clearly he had a hard time when she was in his homeland in Egypt. So I agree. Oil and water for sure.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Let's move to Jasmine and Gino. So Jasmine's still upset, depressed, whatever word you want to use, you name it, because that K-1 visa wasn't filed properly and her children have been left out and her world has crumbled. And again, I wouldn't have left my kids. I understand Jasmine had an agenda for her whole entire family. This was well known to her family, not to Gino, to her family and to us, the viewer. And I get that. I get it. And to me, the type of man that Gino is, I think Gino would have waited until she was able to come for real, had he followed the process. It was Jasmine trying to make sure she had, in my opinion, put her stakes in the ground to make sure I'm here, let's get married so I can get my here. You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of steps missing and she didn't seem like she knew. She just was only looking out for her, right? So, yeah, Sharon, you said they can go too. Next. Well, Jasmine is sending a care package to her boys so that, you know, they will know that she's thinking about her and everything. And her cousin-in-law, Michelle, comes to help her pack some things. She even brings some gifts for the boys as well. And Jasmine, of course, is upset, telling Michelle about what happened. And I was surprised that Michelle was as emotional with Jasmine. You know, I understand being emotional because she's crying over her kids, but just like, girl, we family. You know, I got you. I'm gonna let you know. I'm like, oh, for real? So y'all gonna slide her the cash?
Right.
That's what I was thinking. That's what y'all gonna do? So she's like, you know what? I would just talk to, I forgot her husband's name, Gino's cousin. What's his name? Dean or Dan? Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to him and he'll let Gino know. And because this is not right. I'm like, Gino, one, to me, is also hard-headed. You know what I mean? When he wants to have his, you know, feet on the ground, he will. So then the next scene we see Gino with his cousin driving the car and like come over to the house to get the car washed. Gino should have known what was up when they didn't go to an actual car wash detailing for that custom car, classic car. I would have thought, like, why don't we get this detailed professionally, whatever, if you're going to pick me up, because otherwise, in my opinion, you could have washed the car before you came to get me. I'm like, what's the point of that? But yeah, he told Gino that, Michelle talked to Jasmine, and I think this time around, she really may go to Panama. And Gino goes, she's always talking about she's going to Panama. He goes, no, but Gino, this time, because she really misses her kids. So that got to Gino thinking. So do you think that the cousin is going to help them with the cash? Anybody? You get the lawyer?
I think he might give him maybe 1,000, but Gino's going to, Gino, he has the money. He's going to go ahead and give and cave in, and get her kids over here and try to get her kids over here. 2 years. I mean, even though I blame Jasmine too, because this is on her as well. But 2 years is a long time not to see your kids.
A long time. It is. Well, she can't technically travel unless she breaks the K-1 visa for 9 months to a year herself. So either way, the stretch was long. But I understand missing your children, but at the same time, when your agenda outweighs everything else and you think it's just that easy to get everybody over, then that's the unfortunate price to pay. Cynthia says, if Jasmine made sure her dog got the right papers, why did she check her kids' papers? Do animals have papers to travel like that? I know. You mean the vet records? Mike, Cynthia.
That's hilarious. That's funny. That's funny.
Devontae, you say she let the short bus shorty do the paperwork, and now she met. Right. As Jasmine spent his money on her body, not thinking about her kids then. No, she wasn't. She just thought, in my opinion, that, once I marry Gino, then, hey, we're getting plane tickets. Everybody's on the way, not thinking there's a process for everybody else too. So, anyways, all right, we'll see if they the cousins give some money to Gino to help out the situation. And then later they also go see their wedding photos, and Jasmine couldn't hold it together because while she's looking at the photos, she's like, I was so happy on that date, I was like, girl, I understand you were happy. I get it. But if you wanted the kids in the wedding,
right.
You know what I mean? Gino wanted you anyways. You didn't have to rush all this. Gino was waiting for you. All the things that she threw at Gino, from the first season to the toothbrush to the sleeping with Dane to all this other stuff mixed in between. You weren't going nowhere. Right. So again, this is the unfortunate circumstance. Heavy Bear says Jasmine's and oh boys, 15 minutes of fame should be over. You would think it's over. It's
probably
not.
At about 12 right now because it's another show with her coming.
It's another show coming, right? Devontae, you say, how was you happy and your kids was not there? Here, hashtag bad mom. Yeah, why was she happy? Well, you know why she was happy, because she was coming to the States. Anyway, that she also had a 2-year delay for her process to come to the States. So if you had a 2-year delay, why you don't think that your kids, your mom and your sister won't have a delay too?
Exactly. And even if they got a lawyer, it's still going to be 2 years.
Yeah.
So whether you got one or not.
Right. So, and everybody may not be approved to come. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Meaning the adults, the children more than likely, but the other, her other family members, maybe not. Okay. Paula Bowen, you say, the money she used in her body, she should have taught about her children. Well, yeah, she should have. But she, like I said, she wasn't caring about that because Jasmine has had several procedures, So anyway, all right. So let's roll to Ed and Liz. Not too much happened here, but anyways, it's the 4th of July party, and Liz's family is coming over. Her mom, her grandma, and her grandfather, and Ed's mother is already there. And was that Ed's daughter too? I think it was his daughter sitting next to the grandma.
I think so.
I don't remember her name from previous seasons, but Ed told us that he is just now getting back on speaking terms talking to his mom because they had fell out of their continuous relationship, his relationship with Liz. I was like, wow. So mom don't want you. It's something about when your mom say to you, you know, this may not be what you want, kind of thing.
Right.
But Ed is also a piece of work too, in my opinion.
Right? Yeah, I'm tired of him too.
I don't see no thank you next yet in the chat. I'm tired of him too. For real. All right, so everyone's coming over for, like I said, the 4th of July, and to get back on the same page. And Liz had mentioned just a quick thing with her daughter. So her daughter is vegan. And nobody else is, so they made her some little tacos. I'm like, huh, okay.
Interesting.
That was very interesting to me. Heavy Bear said Ed is disgusting. Well, the mom and the grandparents come, and you know they're cordial. Even Ed's mom is cordial to everybody. And then Liz's mom, I don't remember her name, said to Ed, you know, I would like to talk to you. Ed was like, well, let me get another slab of steak. I personally never heard someone say I need a slab. I never heard a slab. I was like, is this the Flintstones?
More or less.
And so he's like, did you eat? She's like, yeah. So they went to go sit on the little bench, and Liz's mom was like, you know what? I've heard you got some problems with my daughter. She's always calling me about these problems. I need to know that you're going to do her right because, you know, I'm not really cool pretty much with y'all getting married. Like, what's up? Like, and it seems like you are, what's the word she said? Avoiding her or something like that. He's like, oh, you think so? I agree with Liz's mom about, you know, be on the right page because how many times they broke up? I mean, we've seen on the show X amount of times. Can you imagine the things that Liz calls and says to her mom? About, and now that Riley is there, you're not doing this in front of Riley. Liz barely gets Riley anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right.
Let me see something. I just gotta. Oh my gosh. That was Devontae sending a message talking about what Liz sees every night. Look like a possum / porcupine. Anyways, I just think that I think Liz is trying. You could tell she's trying, but she doesn't give me happy. And Ed gives me, he wants to control the situation with Liz. I think he looks at her like maybe not a daughter, but like, you know, she's his daughter's age, right? So it's kind of hard to separate the two. And I just really want to know, yeah, what she really likes with him and vice versa. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see if they actually get to the wedding. I actually saw something about them yesterday that I wasn't even trying to see. I did. So actually about her, because spoiler, they're not together. So anyways, they did get married, but they're not together now. All right. Sharon, you say, Liz, if you're going to marry Ed, stop telling your mother everything about your relationship. But it's just like, you know, other people on the show, like Ashley, she does the same thing. And so does Sophie, which means they don't have friends they can count on to tell their business. So, anyway. All right. Speaking of Ashley, we're going to move to her right now. I purposely left her for a few into the middle of the show because I'm here to tell you, I know they was in church, but I wasn't watching. I had a few choice words for Miss Ma'am. Okay, first of all, drive. Okay, so you don't have to go to church regularly or when you get to an adult or whatever. And you may not, depending on your religion or whatever religion is or is not, may have not stepped foot in a Catholic church. But you cannot tell me she did not know, regardless of what religion you are or not, what that book was in a church.
She that made her look real like suspect. I don't want to call her stupid, but
well, last week I said to her about, are you slow or are you dumb? Okay, and I stand by it. Sorry, not sorry. And I was like, you just can't tell me that. Like, if you walked, for example, if you walked into, doesn't matter, Baptist, Catholic, it's the Bible. If you walk into the Jewish right?
Right. Right.
Muslim, anything else? That's what
Mm-hmm.
it's not a Bible, but every religion
Mm-hmm.
has their
Has
own
their
thing.
own book.
And she
Yeah.
knows that, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, well, I've never been into a Catholic church before. And Manuel's like, oh, never? Okay, I get that because you may not be Catholic, clearly, but
It's in the Bible. It's in the Baptist church. Right in front of the pulpit. Do this in remembrance of me. Honey.
That's what I said. I had a few choice words for Ashley sitting here on my sofa. I'm like, I know you. Beep, 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 beep. Okay.
Lying.
No, I seriously, I couldn't do it. Let me read a comment before I continue on. Phil Foster Dog Mom said, Ashley's played with us. Not a black person on this earth does not know the Bible. Okay.
Exactly.
Heavy Bear says, freaking Ashley, in my opinion, looks older than what she claims to be. Her too. All of them do.
They all do. They all pushing 40, 45.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, they're sitting there through service and she's looking dumb. What are they talking about? It's not like the service was strictly in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
What are they saying? What do we do next? What do we do? You know what? I would have been so embarrassed if I was Manuel. I know he came to show Ashley, you know, how he practices religion, and because probably been to mass in a while to go sit in a mass. But I mean, she really doing all that in the church? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. After the services, I thought it was funny that what do you say? His name was Father Miguel Santos. I said, you better say your name, Miguel.
I thought
Santos.
He was a deacon.
Whatever he was, father, pastor, deacon, whatever. Miguel Santos. All right. He's like, oh, yes, I thought she was a bad actress too when she was talking to him. Yes, I did.
Yes.
That's how she did. Okay, dumb. Don't get me started because y'all don't know me like that. But she took me there watching this entire scene. Anyway, so he came to talk, and I was happy that he was bilingual and he was able to talk to Manuel. And he was surprised that Ashley knew as much Spanish as she did. So Manuel pretty much told him that, you know, he's here to show Ashley what the church is about and to, you know, when they go meet the family, advice. But then when he asked her, so what is it that you do? You know, what brought you here? Where you from? Oh, I'm from Rochester. And I kind of do what you do. Once again, I said,
that's not what you do. That's not what they do, boo.
I said, beep. You need to stop lying. I'm into spirituality and I'm into tarot. I'm into reading of this and the such and such papers. I don't even know what she was talking about because that's not my thing, right? And so Miguel Santos had to get to on her level. He had to drop to his knees, put his hand up and be like, what?
Listen, because he was like, yeah, he wanted to be like, B, I know you lying.
Right, it's not me, it's you kind of.
Yeah.
And she just said that just so smug, and I'm like, girl, that is not a flex, especially in here. I was really surprised that, you know, others didn't come around from the parish, or I don't know what they call them officially because I'm not Catholic, but you know, to come around to talk to them. But in confessional, Mr. Santos was like, you know what? That's not what we believe in. Let me say it again, Ashley. That's not what we, including your man, believe in. There is only one God. And I was like, you better say it. Because Ashley up in here acting like she about to get her little herbs and stuff together and do something up in here. You know what I'm saying? That's how she's acting, you know? And I was just like, if I was Manuel, I'd just be like, we can't do this. Well, the Mr. Santos told Ashley and Manuel that, you know, if you do meet the family or when you do meet them, you know, you might want to not say things right now. Take it slow. Chance to meet you because they probably will judge you because of what you do as what you believe in. Right? Do you agree with Mr. Santos?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because yeah, you're not bringing nobody in my house or around me and saying that you're a witch. I'm like, oh nah. Let me go get me my VOO right now and pray over it and throw it at you.
Right.
Yeah.
Sharon says, wonder how Ashley got into what she does. I don't think her mom and sister are into that. No, they're not. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. Heavy Bear says Ashley should contour a decent hairstyle. I'm not gonna say that about. Just read between the lines with Ashley. Anyways, well, I think Ashley thought she was doing something, but after all the pleasantries, they left. Now, when we see Ashley and Manuel later, now I did get a real laugh this time because now they're going to go see Manuel's family in New York, the city, New York, right? But why did Manuel say he just got the address last night? I'm like, what? You don't know where your family is? They just sent you the address last night?
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
So, beforehand, Ashley had set up the travel arrangements and where they're going to stay. And I thought she said they were going to fly there because maybe they're, north and east of each other. They're pretty far away. She's like, well, we can make it work. She's like, Manuel's like, Newark. And when he said it too, I was like, Newark. I said, New Jersey? I'm like, that's right. And then Ashley picked up on it. And I was like, but still, that was funny, right? But how come
it was hilarious.
Your family don't tell you where they at, though? I thought that was strange because
that was very strange.
The week before, he wanted a motorcycle to ride up to see him by himself. So where was you gonna go?
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing with somewhere else. But anyway, well, we'll see if they get to New York, and if the family is going to welcome Ashley. All right, let's move to Sophie and Rob. So Sophie and her friends are out hanging out at the hotel pool, waiting on her friend Callum that's coming from England. Sophie explained last week that her and Callum were cool, that he normally travels around the world to see different little things. And she goes that he was going to be coming to America. So she said, hey, why don't you stop by Austin, Texas? That's where I'm at. Well, if you're going to be here, you might as well stop by to see me. So he agreed. So Sophie's bestie, who she's now living with, don't remember her name, and two other Sophie's friends are at the hotel pool. I guess that's where Callum's going to be staying, waiting on Callum to kick in, do whatever, and to meet Rob. But Rob is not there, though. Rob is fashionably late. And so friends are asking her about Rob, and she's just like, yeah, I mean, we've been having problems. I'm like, having problems? You've been had problems.
Right.
What do you think about that? Do you think it was a setup, or do you think it was just about Sophie in general, why she thought this whole thing would be cool with her friends and Rob? Because the tea is, right, that Callum and Sophie dated when they were 16 and she didn't tell Rob beforehand.
Yeah, that was a little bit odd, but I probably wouldn't have told them. They were 16.
Yeah.
They were kids.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, 16, but I still say, I mean, if you saw him, like, yeah, we had a little something before. What's so wrong with saying that? You know what I'm saying? So
she should have said something, but now he's going to project on her to take off him because, you were wrong in everything that you were doing. She, omitted something, but you were actively doing something more than once. So now he's going to be like, oh, it's probably justified. Right.
Now, the thing is, when Rob was fashionably late, he came in, he sat down. Rob had his RBF face on, swirling a little straw in his cup. Anyways, he had his little shirt open, trying to be Rico Suave. Listen, Rob isn't unattractive at all. It's his personality that makes him attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? He got a personality. His energy is a little sarcastic-y. And so Sophie did y'all notice that Sophie didn't go sit with Rob? He sat over there by himself. I was like, that's different. I know y'all aren't exactly speaking, but you're trying to get back together. So I think like you'd be like, oh, hey, how you doing? They didn't exchange no hug, no peck or nothing, right? So then when
I thought they did hug. They did like a church hug.
That's what I'm saying. It weren't like, we married thing, So when Callum did finally come to the hotel. Rob in confessional. Now I'm admit he had me cracking up. He's like, she lied to me. I was like, what are you, 12?
Yeah, he was mad.
He's hot. And just the stare he was giving, I'm like, for real? But then again, a small part of me could see why Rob is insecure, because his relationship with Sophie isn't tight. She's been away at her bestie's house. He already thinks that her and her bestie have a thing going on as it is. So I think, he's already insecure from that. And then your supposed homeboy comes from England just to make a stop through, just to see you. And he's not, unattractive.
Right.
So Rob's got a lot of things going on in his head, so. Sharon said, when did Sophie get all these friends in Austin? They're probably her bestie. That's true, Sharon. I'm not even going to argue the point. They can go to. I don't get either one of them or the relationship. Next. You've next everybody.
Right. She did.
So I don't know where the friends came from. These are new friends. Maybe they were always out west in Texas and not in California. I don't know, but she got them real fast. And I just think that Rob's insecurities from what he don't have anyways, moving from LA, to Texas, to, Sophie not being there. Maybe he's just not where he wants to be in life. I think all that is compounding. And that he knows that his wife is into other types of relationships too. So,
right.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Phil Foster Dog Mom says, Rob is so insecure about everything. Looks, economics, housing. I thoroughly agree. So any more thoughts on this one? No? Okay.
As in the words of Sharon, next.
Yes, indeed. Real quick, Cynthia Hughes says, I think Rob was jealous of Callum because he's tall, handsome, and he had Sophie first. Well, that's true, possibly. But if that's the case for anybody that thinks like that, then you will always be mad because there's always someone before you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last but not least is Emily and Kobe. Oh, Sharon's right. Thank you. Next, right. So Kobe and his friends are at the barbershop. Kobe's friend Valerie isn't here for none of the shenanigans that Kobe is doing. What Kobe is putting down, Valerie is leaving right there.
Not picking up. Mm-hmm.
Like, no, sir. He's like, he understands that Kobe married his wife and everything, and that, he keeps saying the white woman. These are his words. He can't get past that, right? He's like, you know what? I don't understand. He keeps asking Kobe if he's happy. Kobe said, yes, I'm happy. He goes, no. You would be much more happy with the lady from Cameroon who will draw your path, be traditional, give you everything you need, right? But yet you're going to be with this white woman, in his words, that's bossy. You can't do nothing. He goes, maybe you should consider coming back to Cameroon. And Kobe's like, well, yeah, she is bossy, but I love my family. I love Emily. My kids are still young. And so I'm where I am right now. And America is different than Cameroon. And Valerie is like, look at Kobe like, man, what's happening to you?
So funny.
I was just so like, funny. He is. He just like, man, he just messed it up for everybody. Kobe just got everything. But Kobe's holding his ground. And I do believe Kobe loves Emily and his family, his kids and everything. Yeah. And I'm going to say that Emily is bossy. She is. She's sarcastic. She's spoiled. She's bossy. She runs the show. But like you said last week, Tamika, she's only doing what he's allowing her to do. So
exactly.
That's it right there. Later in the evening, Kobe comes home. It's dark, so I don't know how late it is. Depends on the time of year. And they go out on a date, and they try different food. And Kobe tell her about his friends, apprehensions about their relationship. And that's when Emily shuts down. She's like, really? Oh, wow. Oh, this was a good first date. I'm like, see, this is proving the point right here. Even though Kobe's not leaving you, This is the point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not just bossy and just, wanting your way and trying to, mold him the way you want to go. So
Right.
Any thoughts about Kobe and Emily right now? I just want to see the wedding with them.
Yeah, that's all I want. That's where I'm at. Just want to see the wedding. We don't need the fool-la-la going to it. So
there you go. And I'm glad we didn't see the mom because the mom is on her. The mom is momming. So
yeah, she's doing the most, and not in a good way.
And not in a good way. All right, I'm gonna show the video for next week. Like I said, I had to break it down so I don't get a copyright. Sharon, you say I really like Kobe. He seems like a really nice guy. He does.
He does.
He really does, and I think he's happy in America. He's homesick and will always be homesick, but I don't think he's gonna go back home to live. He don't give me that. Phil Foster Dog Mom says Kobe's friends know what Kobe really needs. Kobe's used to someone running his life. I wonder if he was the youngest or the baby. Even Kobe had a look when they went on that date. Well, it kind of think about the Michael and Angela kind of thing. When Angela is in Michael's hometown and Angela get to acting a certain type of way and the way Michael would be looking and his friends too. To me, it's the same concept, So same concept, regardless of where you are in Africa with the men. I guess women are supposed to be submissive depending on the tribe, the culture, the area that you are over there. So that's what I get from that. So I just also think, again, Kobe's friend Valerie, just like, man, you went and just messed everything up. You're supposed to be over here with us and with your wife and, having her do whatever, whenever on the spot. So that's what that is. Real quick before I show the video next week, I'm going to say two things. One, if you follow 90-day single life reunion tell-all, why they have more than now? They're going to part 5 of the tell-all. Y'all watching it?
I didn't even, it didn't show up on my Discovery, so I'm about to watch it in a few minutes. Yeah, it's a part 5.
They went from 4 last night was 4. It's gonna be. They're like next week. I'm like next week. I'm glad I didn't review that because I would have been over it. Yeah, so
they're trying to do a Married at First Sight. I mean, they're doing too much.
A 5, possible 6, because the 90-day Love in Paradise starts the 22nd, so they normally go up until then. So I think there's going to be at least 6 parts because it's definitely a 5. So if you're watching the tell-all, there's another part or 2 to remain. And the last night's tell-all wasn't even that good. Anyway. All right. Also, too, programming note, I will be, excuse me, live from Married at First Sight, the reunion, this Thursday. But next week, I am going out of town from a conference. So this 90-day Happily Ever After will be on a video only. I'll record a video for y'all to watch. I won't be here for that live. So anyways, Phil Foster Dog Mom says awful for the tell all the reunions. I'm looking forward to next week Battle of the Debbies. Yeah. But still, the tell all. I mean, Tamika watch it, but I mean when I'm
about to watch it. Yeah. The Debbies. Ugh.
Yeah. So all right, here's clips from next week. Here we go.
Alice is turning 6 months. So we are going to Brazil after 2 years. And my family can see her for the first time.
So I heard you're going to Brazil, Thais. You excited?
Yeah. Oh, my God. So excited.
Good idea to check it out.
He's saying what?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess he wants to go to Brazil.
Makes sense for you? All right, be careful.
Feel it.
Of your knee. Don't hurt your knee. You're getting old, Life knows best.
Kobe may not get the best of what he really wants as a Cameroon man. You see my problem with white lady?
Él es en su teléfono 24 horas cada día.
Yo le llamo, a veces no contesta.
¿Que no confías en mí o qué te pasa?
¿De qué quieres sospechar conmigo? Deja de tener mi vida social en mi teléfono.
Todavía él está hablando con la madre de sus hijos.
I honestly thought that she was just being melodramatic. But now that I see how upset she is, I'm really worried.
This is the first time that I have seriously considered go back to Panama.
It's no joke. Like, he's not coming.
At all. Can we still see him?
We need to meet him anyway.
I don't know if Mahmoud will like to be surprised.
Hi, Mahmoud.
Why wouldn't you tell me y'all dated?
I'm sorry. What can I do?
You can keep it real with me.
I'm keeping it real with
I
you
married
right
you.
now.
Yeah, I don't reckon Rob and I are ever going to be friends.
No.
I can't stand watching them argue. I think Sophie needs to be someone a bit more confident in themselves. Is everything okay over here?
All right, that's next week. Listen, I'm looking forward to Manuel and Ashley when she asks his friends, so is he still talking to his baby mama? I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think so. I think Rob's gonna walk off next week when Callum comes. He's probably gonna be like, "Oh, so you got your friend to stick up for you?" Jasmine, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat. Okay, nothing new, right, with them.
Right.
And I really want to see how that's going to work out when Nicole, Mahmoud, and her friends come over to meet him anyway. I said, okay. Anyway. So
that was funny.
That's that on that. So really, I think we're just, I don't know how long the season is, but it looks like we're just barely scratching the surface. So I really wanted to get jump started with Nicole and Mahmoud and Ashley and Manuel. So that's what I want to see the most. So anyways, all right. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate everyone's time. Hopefully I'll see you back for Married at First Sight reunion part 1 on Thursday. And they better bring it too. They better. So in the meantime, everybody, have a good evening. Take care. And I'll see you next time. Good night.
Bye.